I have a dream. This speech was given by Martin Luther King, a prominent leader in American history. His speech was a defining moment of the civil rights movement. That's the power of public speaking. The power to persuade people with your thoughts and ideas. Now, you must be wondering why you need to learn this skill or why you should watch this video. You don't want to be on stage. You don't need it, right? If you think so, you are wrong. See, if you are a singer, a dancer, an actor, a content creator, or even a teacher, you need to persuade a large group of audience. But what if you are an employee of an organization and you think that all you have to do is code? Let me share a story with you. So recently I met one of my friends and he looked a bit upset. I asked him about the problem. What happened? He said, Divas, I've been working in a company for the last 2 years. I performed really well. Recently I got a promotion, but one of my colleagues who had just joined 1 year ago got a double promotion. And I was disappointed by this because I felt I deserved that promotion. I had all the skills. I had decided to discuss it with my manager as well. And I couldn't believe what he told me. He said, Akshay, everything is fine. You're good, you're hardworking, but I feel you lack leadership qualities. In this role, you need to interact with a lot of people, pitch ideas in meetings, and that too in convincing ways. And that's where you are lacking. I lost a full-fledged promotion just because I have poor presentation skills, Divas. What do I do? When he told me this story, I realized how important public speaking has become in the modern world. No matter what your profession is, you need to learn it if you want to grow. Yes or no? And that's why I'm starting this series where we will talk about how we can learn these skills. I have shared a lot of content around it. I have talked about myths related to public speaking and the qualities of a good speaker. But in this series, I'm going to share a few tips and tricks I've learned over the past 12 years. And today, I'm standing at a point where I get paid to do public speaking events. So get ready, grab a pen and paper, and let's dive in. Let's do it. The first tip is to stay in your genius zone. Now imagine if Shah Rukh Khan was invited to give a speech and he started talking about how to become an engineer. What if Oprah Winfrey started talking about the evolution of electric cars? Will it make sense? Not at all. The best speakers always talk about topics related to their area of expertise. They're not faking it. They know what they are talking about. If you want to appear confident, speak on topics where your skills and expertise lie, refrain from picking topics that you have less knowledge of. The audience will sense it and the entire presentation may fall apart. I have an exercise for you, okay? What content do you like to watch? It can be finance, it can be travel, it can be fashion, it can be cinema. Think of it and write it somewhere or in the comment section. Think of topics you enjoy reading about and are interested in. Again, note it somewhere. Now, you have a list of topics where your interest lies. And if you want to become good at it, you can pick one of the topics to build your expertise on. You can build your expertise by following the 3-book rule. Yes, the 3-book rule states that reading 3 books on a specific topic will give you more knowledge than 99% of the population. This will give you confidence and an edge in conversations. And one last thing. If you don't know something, you can simply say, I don't have an answer right now, but we'll find it and get back to you. Remember that. Go and read. The second trick is read for verbal fluency. See, if you want to become a fluent speaker, you have to read a lot and read it loudly. I know this may sound cliche. You have heard it multiple times, but this works like wonders. Reading books aloud helps you learn to speak more smoothly in day-to-day conversations. But now, the biggest problem is, Divas, I don't like reading at all and you're asking me to read. To tackle this problem, I have a solution for you. Pick one topic that interests you most. It can be dance, music, food, cinema, or anything. And read one page a day. Read any article. Find a blog that interests you and stick with it. I recently read this quote from Naval Ravikant on reading. And he says, read what you love until you love to read. Brilliant. The idea here is to read aloud, to learn a wide range of words and to improve your pronunciation. Maybe you have noticed that you have trouble pronouncing a few words or that your pronunciation is incorrect. Happens. When you practice beforehand, there are high chances that when you are on stage, you'll come out as a professional. You can achieve verbal fluency by reading one book multiple times. My favorite book is Ikigai, and I tend to talk about it a lot. So to achieve this fluency, I read this book multiple times. Many of the words, especially the Japanese words, are difficult to pronounce, so I make sure to know the correct pronunciation. Sounds good? Always remember that experts practice alone and shine in front of people. Also, if you love to read about communication and public speaking, you can read my blog as well. I have linked it in the description. Now, you have all the resources, so what are you waiting for? Go and do it. The third step is voice preparation. Imagine you are on Shark Tank. Imagine you're on Shark Tank. You have created a kick-ass business and you have to pitch the idea in front of the sharks to raise funding. You prepared your pitch really well. However, when you got on the stage, the shark said, you didn't sound confident enough, so I'm out. Whatever. And that's where voice preparation comes in. You can say the greatest line in the world, but if you sound nervous, then your message is ruined. Yes, so here are 4 vocal exercises you can do to improve your voice. Number 1 is to breathe and produce the sound like shh. Do not go to washroom listening to this, okay? One more time. And when I do it, I'm not producing the sound just from here. I'm using my diaphragm. Try it. One more time. Shh. And next one. Use these muscles. Use these muscles. Try doing it. The second one is the tongue trill. It's like try to feel the vibrations over here. The third one is remember when you used to the scooter, the bike, right? That's the higher pitch, and then the lower one. Or the fourth one is to chant Om. Now, Om is a powerful sound which helps you be more at peace and also helps you with your vocal clarity. Try doing it. Altogether, these exercises shouldn't take more than 5 minutes. You can repeat for 30 seconds, 60 seconds or so. You can do a quick version if you are hiding out in the bathroom before a meeting, or a long version if you are driving somewhere. Sounds good? The fourth trick. Now the fourth trick is stage preparation. I know you must have imagined yourself standing on a stage and giving an excellent speech. That dreamy stage performance. However, next time when you have to give a presentation or a speech, get familiar with the stage. Calculate your every step. It is called the art of stage performance. This is the step that most people forget to do. They have brilliant content, but look awkward on stage because, hey, they are too stiff. They don't know what to do with their hands. They're like, okay, do I use it like this, like a zombie? No, they haven't practiced with their props for presentations such as product demos. And they just struggle to handle the pointer, and then they look at the presentation and then they are completely lost. The stage made them nervous. They did deliver, but not effectively. It's always better to practice keeping the stage setting in mind. Practice your movements, body language, and props. If you plan this beforehand, there are high chances that you'll create an impact in front of the audience. If you have the opportunity to practice on stage, do so. Otherwise, get a picture of the actual stage and visualize yourself standing over there and plan things in your head. See, you can even invite a few friends who are genuinely good friends and practice in front of them. They will give you better feedback. If they want to have fun with you, then it's fun. This will reduce your performance anxiety. So try doing that. The last step, the last and the most important step is the MIM. Now, what is MIM? Why am I shouting? It's MIM. Make it memorable. Whenever you prepare for a speech, say something memorable, one thing that people will take home after the conversation. Think about that. What will that be? The classic example of a memorable speech is when Steve Jobs, legendary Steve Jobs, launched the MacBook Air. Now, Jobs could have described the MacBook Air as a smaller, lighter MacBook Pro with a generously sized 13.3 inch, with a 1280 by 800 pixel, with a glossy LED screen and a full-size keyboard and a blah and a blah and a blah and a blah. Instead, he walked on the stage with an office-sized manila envelope, pulled the notebook out and simply said, "What is MacBook Air?" In a sentence, it's the world's thinnest notebook. Unlike most of his contemporaries, Jobs generally avoided complicated stats, technical data, buzzwords, and jargons in his presentation. Instead, he relied on simple, clear, direct language that was easy to understand and, better yet, extremely tweetable. It worked in his favor. He made his speech memorable with thoughtful visualization of idea and a tagline. Think of something that will stick, something that can create a recall factor in the minds of people. See, public speaking is a constant effort game. It's not like a 1-week challenge or a 21-day plan. You follow it religiously and you conquer it. It is a skill that takes time to develop. It becomes better with practice and reading. So keep practicing. Until then, stay awesome, stay productive.